What's up everybody, I am Jaspreet Singh and welcome to the Minority Mindset. Okay, so you've been watching the Minority Mindset channel for a while now and you're thinking, alright Jaspreet, you got me. I want to be an investor or maybe an entrepreneur and I want to build my wealth and I want to be financially free and all that good stuff. The only problem is I'm stuck at a job right now and I need the paycheck and I can't stand my job. What do I do? How do I quit? Well, you're on the right video, and before we get started, make sure you hit that thumbs up button below because I know you want to. I mean, you're already here, so why not? If you want to quit your job, the first thing you have to do is figure out why you were at your job. For most of you, it's because you need a paycheck. If you weren't working, you wouldn't be getting paid and you wouldn't have money to eat. That can be a problem. So for most of you, you're at a job because you need a paycheck. For others of you, you might be at your job because of the time that you spend at your job. You might have a lot of money saved up or invested, but all of your friends are working jobs. So if you weren't working, you'd just be sitting at home watching TV all day, and that just makes you feel miserable. So you don't know what you would be doing if you didn't have a job. And for some of you, you might be at a job to learn. Maybe you love what you do or you're trying to learn a new skill. If this is you, you're probably not worried about how you're gonna quit your job, but if you are, keep watching. If you're working a job because you need money, well, then the first thing you have to figure out is how much money you actually need. And there are two numbers I want you to look at. The first is what I call your ideal number. This is how much money you're making at your job right now, that if you were making the same amount of money outside of your job, well, then you can do other things without lowering your lifestyle or standard of living. Let's say you make $5,000 from your job, so this is your ideal number. This isn't the cap to how much you want to make, but it gives you a good ideal kind of starting point for how much you should be aiming to make. The second number you gotta figure out is your minimum number. What is the minimum amount of money you need to survive today? Like if you were fired from your job tomorrow and you had to cut back on your expenses and you had to find a way to make ends meet, how much money do you need? So let's say this number is $1,500. That is your survival number. Now that you have your ideal number and your survival number, you know that you need to be making somewhere between $1,500 and $5,000 a month outside of your job to be able to quit your job. Cool, but the question is how? Well, if you were to invest your money and you got a reasonable 7% annual return on your money, meaning if you invested $1, you got $1.07 back, then you would need to invest around $255,000 to get your survival number of $1,500 a month. And you'd have to invest close to $850,000 to get your ideal number of $5,000 a month. This is your standard retirement model where you work to save or invest enough money until you have enough income or interest or profit coming back into your pocket to survive. And it's cool and it works, but I don't want you to wait 30 years to be able to live your life. So if you want to quit your job and start living your life, investing and smart financial planning is very, very important, but it will only get you halfway there. If you want to start living your life sooner rather than later, well, then you're going to have to create more income from something that you enjoy, and doing this will also satisfy that time issue that I was talking about earlier on in this video. To keep things simple, let's say you are a big fan of cooking, but you hate your customer service job. Well, one thing that you can do is you can start a cooking business on the side. You can do this during weekends and evenings and during your free time. Yes, it is hard and it will take time, but it is possible. And then as you grow your cooking business, when you get your profit to $1,500 a month consistently, now you are ready to quit your job and invest this extra time that you have, because now you don't have to go to work, into your cooking business. This way, now you can grow the income from your cooking business to at least your ideal number of $5,000. This way, you can maintain your same lifestyle. Let me show you what this means with some numbers. If you sell a cooking book or a cooking pan or a special German chocolate cake and you only make $25 of profit per product sold, Well, you will have to sell 2 products a day to make enough money to survive so you can quit your job. If you can make $50 per profit per product sold, well, then you'll only have to sell 1 product a day to make enough money to survive. And if you can make $100 per product sold, then you only have to make 1 sale every 2 days to make enough money to hit your survival number so you can quit your job and then grow your business full time. Now, I get it. This is much easier said than done, but it is very possible. I mean, these numbers are very reasonable, but you have to stay consistent and keep putting in that time when you have free time on your evenings and weekends and holidays to make it happen. Like if Amazon can sell 6,000 products a minute on a good day, which is about 9 million products a day, I'm pretty sure that if you keep working towards it, you can snag just 1 or 2 of those sales a day. But here's another thing that I want you to understand. Going from 0 to 1 sale a day is going to be 10 times harder than growing from 1 sale a day to 10 sales a day, because getting off the ground and getting started is the hardest part. And if you're not ready to create your own cooking product yet, you're still not out of luck. You can sell a cooking service. The service industry is the easiest to get into. It's not the easiest to do forever, but it is the easiest to start, because now you're gonna take your own talents and the things that you know and you're gonna start monetizing on them. Now you can cater your friends' parties, or you can make meals for people in your area. This is a way that you can get started without having to invest a whole bunch of money or time on figuring out how to create a product. Once you know what you want to do, there's just one last step that you have to take if you want to get to the point so you can quit your job. You have to take action. I get it. Work is exhausting and you're tired. Like, I went to law school during the day and then worked on my business during the evenings, and then I went to acting school at night. It's hard work and it's exhausting, but if you really want to get to the point where you can quit your job, you have to be the one to stop binging Netflix after work and start binging business books and business courses and invest time into growing your business. If you can do that and you stay consistent and you keep growing one small baby step at a time, well, then it's just a numbers game until you get to the point where you're ready to quit your job. And that's where your opportunities really become limitless, because now you're not getting paid by the amount of hours you work, you're getting paid by the amount of value you create, and there's no limit to what you can do. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, hit that thumbs up button and share it with one friend so we can help spread the word. Don't miss our new videos on entrepreneurship, business, and money every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hit the subscribe button and the notification bell below. That way you actually find out when our new videos are released. And as always, keep hustling.